Hey everybody, this is James with the Soundboard team here to bring you a pretty exciting new feature that we've been working on and honestly teasing out for a little while, but it is ready and here to go. I'm going to walk you through a component of it here, and then in a separate video walk you through the second component. So I'm sure you know by now the new feature is customizable, personalizable newsletters that you can create and send to existing customers, people you want to be customers, your team, whatever you want. So in a few clicks, you're going to be able to create a nice looking email with Soundboard content to send out to whoever you want. So the first thing that we're going to do is take a look at how to set up your contact list. Okay, so that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to go over here to the top right. Now keep in mind this works on desktop or on mobile. We're going to click on our icon here at the top, and you see we've got two new features here, newsletters and contact lists. Now you can click on newsletters first, but if you don't have any contacts imported or created yet, it won't let you send the newsletter until you've done so. So let's start with contact lists, which is the focus of this video. So when you come here, you see this is where we're going to create and name lists that we then populate. So I've got two already set up here. One of them just called test. The other one is customers that are in my health study. Okay, so you can set up all your customers in one group if you want, or you can subdivide your customers into your people who do have kids who are with the health study who are getting the free chewables and those who aren't. If you've got a large contingency of vegetarian or vegan customers, set them up in a separate thing. The whole point is you can create unique content newsletters for each of those groups if you want to, or again, you can just put them all in one. So to do this, we're going to do add list. So this is where we're going to name a particular list and then group our customers into this. Okay, so let's name this one vegetarian / vegan customers. All right, and if you want to put in a description here, you can. You don't have to. So now we create this, and so we're still under our lists, and now this particular named list exists, but you see there's no contacts here. There's two ways to do this. We can add them one at a time if we just have a handful. So you can copy and paste it from somewhere else, or type it in real quick. So we've got our vegan exercise fan at gmail.com. Pour one out for old Martin, passed away today, Martin Landau. All right, so let's create this. And so now we have one customer under this list. Now, if you have a bunch of customers and you want to import them without all the typing, okay, we have this nice import feature here. And this is going to bring up an import contacts button that will let you import a CSV. So a CSV is simply a simple spreadsheet, okay? So what I'm going to do real quick is actually walk you through how to get your customer emails out of your virtual office and into this. Now, two caveats. One is I don't have access to the virtual office, so what I'm about to show you is going to look a little different, but the process, the idea is the same. The second thing is, to my knowledge, you cannot export with one click your customer information out of your virtual office into a CSV file like you can in some programs. Okay, so we're going to do the best we can with those two pieces of knowledge, all right? So first thing that I have set up here, and I'm a Google Docs user, so I have a blank spreadsheet set up. So you can either open an Excel file, or if you use Mac and have numbers, or if you're a Google user and you've got Google Docs, whatever, we just need a simple spreadsheet. That's basically all we're going to fill it out with is 2 columns worth of information, okay? So let's hop back over here and I'll show you. The importer reads an optional header row and looks for columns named email and name, okay? And so usually it assumes the first column is email and the second column is name, all right? So we're going to get a little creative on how we do this, okay? So let's go ahead and name these columns. email, and name, so that the database will know which is which. Okay, so now our spreadsheet is ready to receive this information. Now, let's pretend that this is your virtual office. This is the back end of one of my testing soundboards. Okay, so I've got some information on the screen that I want to get off of the screen. Okay, but there's no easy way to do it. So here's how I'm going to do this. I'm literally going to drag my cursor over this whole thing, and I'm going to copy. So I've highlighted all of this stuff, and I'm on Mac, so I can either hit Control and click, or I can just hit Command C. If you're on a Windows machine, I think you hit Control C to copy. Okay, so now we've copied this information off the screen onto our clipboard. Again, you're in your virtual office right now doing this, just dragging over and highlighting the text. And we're going to come to our spreadsheet here, and we're going to paste it in. Okay, now look what's happened. First of all, our name and email are in the wrong order, but is that a disaster? No, it is not. We also have several columns worth of information that we just don't need. Okay, so we're going to delete all of this stuff because that's just going to confuse the issue. All right, so sorry. We're going to highlight all this stuff, and let's delete it. And let's go ahead and hit Control here, and let's do delete cells. Is that what we want? Yeah, let's go ahead and delete these. Let's just delete these columns. All right, now it's going to get nice and clean. Okay. Now, keep in mind that our columns here are out of order, and that would make them put them in the wrong order in our newsletter, contact list. So simply, all you have to do is let's highlight what we want to move, and let's cut it. And then let's come over here, and we want to insert a column. Let's paste it in. All right, so all we've done is cut and pasted and moved it. So now we have column A is our email addresses, and column B is our, did I do that right? Nope. Sorry. So our email address is what we want first, and our name is what we want second. Okay, so now we have our database that's ready to import, that we have copied the screen information from, played around with it, and gotten it the way we want. Okay, so now we've got to save it. Now, I'm in Google Docs, so we want to get this to our hard drive so that we can upload it, okay? So let's name it. Let's name this, we name these our vegan customer emails, okay? And so now we need to download this as a CSV. Now, if you're in Excel, you can export it or save it as a CSV. You do not have to save it as an Excel file. Okay, so we're going to do this, and it just downloaded it for us. Now we're ready to import contacts. So we're going to go to our downloads here, and there is our CSV. Okay, boom. So now everything's here. It took a little bit of work, but it did not take as much work as typing. Now, you may think, well, I can just type in 6 email addresses and people. But if you have 400 or 2,500, like an individual that I spoke to the other day, then this is clearly the better option. Okay, so spend a few minutes. Even if you get extra information when you copy and paste stuff from your virtual office into your spreadsheet, spend a few minutes cutting and pasting and getting that the way you want so that your import goes smoothly. Okay, so now we have our contacts in the list. So when we go to our contact lists, we now have these lists that I previously created, and now we have this particular list. Okay, ready to go, can be added to at any point. You can import more. You can take a contact out at any point with one click, okay? let's go ahead and take out Miss Tester there because she was a test. And that is how you create and maintain your lists. Okay, so I am going to do a separate video about creating newsletters in case there's some separate questions there. So please join us for that.